with me. This is Monster Jam. In Toledo, Ohio, the Huntington Center is the home for event number 20 here on the Beam Monster Jam channel. Hello everybody and welcome out to Ohio. My name is Who's Ready for Monster Jam, also known as the Arizona Motorsports Junkie. And tonight we have 8 competitors competing in 4 competitions, and let's meet those 8 competitors. First up, she is in her 4th appearance on the channel, Krysten Anerson, Gravedigger. Our second competitor tonight making her debut on the channel with her brother here as well. It is Mikayla Tulachka, Megalodon. Our third competitor here this evening, alongside his sister, making his first appearance here on the channel in Just Get Her Done 2, it's Brandon Tulachka. Our fourth competitor tonight, the man known as Too Tall, also debuting here on the channel for Team Throttle Monster, David Olford, Velociraptor. Our fifth competitor also making his debut on the channel, the leader of Team Throttle Monster, Krysten, Vendetta. Our next competitor representing one of the most iconic trucks in Monster Jam history, Blake Granger, Max D. Our seventh competitor here this evening, rocking a beautiful red and white body style, making his 8th appearance on the channel, Cody Saucier, Monster Energy.
It's a creation story only Monster Jam can tell. 2 unidentified Monster Jam technicians have gone rogue and opened a secret facility specifically to create a new mechanical beast to challenge for Monster Jam supremacy. Hard at work on their creation, these mad technicians had no idea a cosmic red storm was about to strike Earth. This thunderous event transformed their creation into the newest Apex Predator.
A new Apex Predator is among us, Tony Oates, Thunderosaurus. Now fans, you have met our 8 competitors tonight. Let's look at them in order one more time. We have Krysten Anerson, Gravedigger, Mikayla Tulachka, Megalodon, Brandon Tulachka, Just Get Her Done 2, David Olford, Velociraptor, Krysten, Vendetta, Blake Granger and Max D, Cody Saucier in Monster Energy, and Tony Oaks in Thunderosaurus. Man, we've got ourselves a great lineup here ahead of us, and we also have our format for tonight's competition. We will have 4 competitions: timed Monster Jam racing, the Sky Wheelie Challenge, the Skills Challenge, and of course, Monster Jam Freestyle. A little bit of a change up in this lineup today with racing, sky wheelies, skills. There'll be no donuts. It's certainly going to be a different format. We'll see how these 8 competitors can handle it, and we will start it off in just a moment. We'll get our truck to the line as our USHRA safety officials will prepare our first truck for the first competition that we will have in this beautiful evening here in the Huntington Center in Toledo. Let's kick things off with Monster Jam Racing. Again, this is a timed competition. They are not racing against anyone else. They are racing against themselves and the clock. And our first competitor making her debut on the channel has to start off feeling out the track herself. It is Mikayla Tulachka in Megalodon. She's up to the line. Once that track is clear and we go green, the clock will start. And there it is. We don't have the clock on the screen, so you'll find out after the run is over. And also, if you knock down those tires on the far side, that will be a 5-second penalty as well. And you also have to get all 4 wheels on this ramp. A clean race for Megalodon to start us off tonight. And the time is a 14.851. Will that be fast? Well, we'll have to find out as we go along tonight. Our second competitor here in Monster Jam Racing, the owner of Team Throttle Monster. He is making his debut on the channel. It is Krysten Vendetta. Krysten, not necessarily known for his racing, but he'll sneak up on you and steal one every once in a while. Let's see how he does. He is at the line. The track is clear. Let's go green. Those are those tires right there that he's about to pass. And if you knock over, that's the 5-second penalty right there. And again, I mentioned it, you've got to be clean. There's a little bit of leeway on this final jump, but that didn't matter for Krysten. It's a clean pass, but will it be enough to take that top spot? It is. It's 11.014. What a great time from Vendetta by over 3 seconds. He's your new fastest racer here tonight with a good time. Our third competitor here, his sister already ran earlier. He is making his debut on the channel as well. And just get her done too, Tulachka. Tulachka, good racer. This man can be a sleeper for the competition tonight. He is off and running. Having a good pass so far. You really can't tell how fast they are, but he seemed faster across the line with big air. Regardless of the final number, he went out with a bang. We'll see where it places him. And again, it matters because your placement will determine how many points you get. He will get second place currently with an 11.606. Again, if you finish in first, you get 8 points. If you finish in last, you get 1. And everywhere in between, you get 8, 7, 6, 5, and so on and so forth. So you want to place as high as you can. Even if you don't win, second place is not that bad because everyone is chasing that overall event championship tonight. Our fourth competitor, he is already made a statement tonight with his introductions, but he is out here for the 3rd time on the channel, debuting his new truck, Thunderoris. It's Tony Oaks. He has never won a racing here on this channel in his first 2 appearances. He has won a couple competitions, but racing has not come through, and it's probably not going to happen today. A spin out in that first turn. He's lucky he didn't hit the wall or the turning tires, but that's probably going to cost him really all the points he can get. Smooth across the line, but man, a frustrating start to the night for Tony Oaks and Thunderoris. A 16.187, and they're going to bring him straight to the back to make sure that that truck is okay. Whatever was wrong, maybe an axle caused some problems there, but unfortunately, that is not going to help him in the point standings. Our 5th competitor this evening, she is out here trying to represent the Anerson name and Gravedigger. It's Krysten Anerson, Gravedigger. She has won a racing before in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, show 2. She won racing, so she is no stranger to taking home a racing competition. Typically pretty good in timed racing too. Let's see how she fares today. Looks smooth, but going way wide in that final turn. She gets across smoothly, but man, that was not clean in that final turn, and that's probably going to hurt her time, and it does. 12.042. That's in third place currently. Still in that top spot, Mike Krysten and Vendetta. I said it, the man can be good and sneak up on you and win racing once in a while. Right now, he's in line to do so. But we're not done yet. We've got a couple drivers to go, and out of those couple, we've got some top-tier racers. Our next competitor is one of those top-tier racers. This is Blake Granger in Max D. Blake Granger making his third appearance on the channel. He has not won a racing competition yet, so we will see how he can do in this one today in Toledo. He is off. Blake Granger looking fast so far, getting through that first turn, but he's got to make this hard hairpin here with some speed. Can he get it? Looked fast. Was it fast enough? Vendetta's still in that top spot at the low 11-second mark. Not enough for Max D, though, an 11.213. So Vendetta still in first with two competitors to go. But right now, we have our two top racers in this competition. And that first of the two is David Olfert in Velociraptor. David Olfert is one heck of a racer, debuting himself on the channel, but this truck Velociraptor has been here before. We'll get more into that later. Let's see how Too Tall does in his very first appearance on this channel. He is off, and let's see what this pass entails. Going a little bit wide on this first turn to give him more speed down the straightaway. He bumps the pod. How's that going to help him or hurt him? It's going to hurt him. He spins out big time. That might even be a penalty there. We'll see what the time ends up being, but it won't be first. Tough break for Too Tall. It is a 12.603, so not hurt too bad and no penalty there, but still, he would have loved to get a lot better. This man is a racer. He loves racing, and unfortunately today, he isn't winning racing. But there's one competitor left that stands between Mike Krysten and Vendetta and a racing win. And that man is a man who has been on this channel more than anybody else. This is his 8th appearance on the channel, but he has never won racing, so it's either Mike Krysten wins racing in his first ever competition, or this man, Cody Saucier, and Monster Energy gets his first win in racing on the channel here in his 8th event. Looking smooth and steady. Will that win the race today? He goes a little bit wide in that final turn. I don't know if that's enough. Mike Krysten's time is so darn good. Monster Energy's time coming in. Is it going to beat Vendetta's time? We're going to take a look at the replay one more time because this is a big win. No matter what, it's a first for somebody. It's either Cody Saucier or Mike Krysten. Monster Energy, though, looked good, but right here he spun out a little too much, costing him momentum, and that's going to be the difference between a win or a loss right there. The time coming in, 11.254, not enough, which means Mike Krysten and Vendetta is your racing winner tonight. What a way to introduce himself to the Beam Monster Jam channel, and I'll tell you what, it was with thunder. That racing win was so good, we've got to see it again. He is off and running with 8 points on the road to the overall event championship with a fast time, and that was it right there. He stuck with it, hit the gas, and knew it was going to be a risky jump, but he managed to take home the racing win. He got the 8 points with the 7 points in second place. Blake Granger and Max D. He did pretty well, but not well enough. Krysten, Anerson, and Gravedigger hanging around towards the top with 6 points. Cody Saucier has 5. He is in 4th with his decent pass going in last. Brandon Tulachka just get her done 2 with 4 points. David Olfert Velociraptor with 3. Mikayla Tulachka Megalodon with 2. And Tony Oates and Thunder Horse with that all bad pass. He is unfortunately in last with 1. Going to be really tough for Thunder Horse to make its way to the top right now, but we'll see. There's still 3 competitions left to go before we crown that overall event champion. But right now, Vendetta, Max D, Gravedigger, Monster Energy, those guys in a good spot. The remaining 4 have a little bit of a ways to go. But we have our second competition coming up right now, and that is Sky Wheelies. Sky Wheelies, a very interesting competition and a new competition in a Monster Jam. And here, let's find out what you're going to need to do. Elevation, air, longevity, and realism. The objective is to perform the highest and most impressive wheelie in the competition. They will only be doing one sky wheelie here, so it really matters how you line it up. And Tony Oaks and Thunderoris is lining up his sky wheelie. A good one, a decent start, but I don't know if that's going to really secure a win. He didn't really get that vertical, it wasn't that high. I don't know, it was a good sky wheelie, but it wasn't a great one. I'd give it, if I had to give it a 1 through a 10, maybe a 7-ish, probably. We'll see what the fan score is. All three of these next competitions are judged by the fans, and a 7.426 is the score for Tony Oaks in Thunderoris. He already has a two-wheel skills win in the past, but we will have that competition next. He does not have any in sky wheelies. Now, we will be going in reverse order of how you place in racing. That's why Tony Oaks came out first and coming out second, because she got in 7th in racing. This is Mikayla Tulachka in Megalodon. Mikayla Tulachka, a relatively young driver, still trying to learn her way, and a decent sky wheelie there. Kept that momentum going. She kept her foot on the gas to keep it pitching upwards. And I like that. That was a good move. She lost the rear fin there, but I will say, I mean, look at this. She held it down to keep it going. That's a gutsy move, and in my opinion, should put her ahead of Thunderoris, but we'll see what the fans thought, because those are really two identical moves right there, neither of which really could be a top spot. Thunderoris there, your score to beat with a 7.426. Megalodon does take that lead with a 7.559, and I must say, I do agree with that. I think that's pretty fair. By a smidge, she was a little bit better. Competitor number 3 here in Monster Jam Sky Wheelies, it's David Olfert, Velociraptor. This truck was previously seen on the channel, piloted by Travis Mowry, his teammate, but now we finally get to see David Olfert and Velociraptor bring his skills to the Beam NG Monster Jam scene. Really exciting to see him out here. He's such a good competitor. Didn't have the luck in racing that he wanted, but he's got the ability to win still. His sky wheelie, a good one. He is up there and walking it down the ramp, and that right there is a very good sky wheelie. Winnable? I don't know, but probably in the top half, which is what he needs in order to even have a chance. Got that elevation, kept it going, was pretty much staring at the ceiling that whole way. Score to beat from Megalodon was a 7.556. The score for Velociraptor is enough at an 8.261. So David Olfert and Velociraptor has taken the lead here in Sky Wheelies. But we are not near done yet, because our next competitor is our 4th competitor, and it is Brandon Tulachka in Just Get Her Done 2. Brandon Tulachka, very good sky wheelie driver. This man's done some killer sky wheelies in the past. Let's see how he does today. Lining up, and he gets a good sky wheelie out of it. Kept the foot to the floor till the very end to make sure he got everything out of it he could. Had the speed, but man, I don't think that's going to be enough. A hard hit on the back, too. They'll have to check and make sure the truck is okay heading into the next competition. Score to beat belongs to Velociraptor. The score for Brandon Tulachka, 7.847. That's 2nd place, so he will be slotted into that 2 spot. A little generous by the fans there, because I really don't think that was better than any of the runs we've seen yet, but at least he is not taking over that top spot from Velociraptor. Coming out from the back, our next competitor, he was close to winning racing. He was our last competitor. They thought that he might be able to get it, but he was not. It is Cody Saucier, Monster Energy. Here he goes, lining up for his sky wheelie. A good one, but I don't know if it's the best one. Unfortunately for him, that was not a top-tier sky wheelie. There's a lot of technique that goes into putting down a good sky wheelie. It's all about timing, how hard you hit the gas, when you hit the gas. And really, we've seen a lot of very similar runs, and I don't think that's going to be enough to take the lead. Velociraptor, there is the score to beat. Monster Energy, here comes the score. 3rd place for Monster Energy to 7.759. Just not quite enough. Not a great start to the day for Cody Saucier. He's got to pick it up. A guy who a lot of people thought might win the overall today. Our next competitor, she had a solid racing competition, placed in 3rd. She is in a good spot right now, but she needs to have a good sky wheelie competition. Krysten Anerson, Gravedigger. Her former crew chief, David Olfert, and Velociraptor is sitting in that top spot right now. She's going to try and knock him down. That top spot, not a high score. If you nail your Sky Wheelie, you're probably going to win at this rate. Krysten Anderson's a pretty good driver for doing Sky Wheelies, too. One of her fortes is doing wheelies. Let's see her do it. A good Sky Wheelie, kicks it on the back and walks it all the way down. That was how you do it. The Sky Wheelie itself wasn't completely perfect, but she landed it, kept walking it. The perfect Sky Wheelie is getting 90 degrees vertical. She was maybe at 82 and then walking that thing all the way down. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's so difficult to do a perfect Sky Wheelie, and that was closest that you can get. Her buddy Too Tall is still in that top spot with the 8.261. Velociraptor is your score to beat. Gravedigger's score is first place, currently at an 8.749. What a phenomenal run from Krysten Anderson and Gravedigger. She is going for that overall event championship tonight, and the fans certainly are loving the performance out of that black and green wrecking machine. Our seventh competitor, with final two here to come, it is Blake Granger, Max D. Blake Granger, another driver that is pretty good at doing the Sky Wheelies. Max D trucks pretty good at doing stoppies. That's normally their forte, but Blake Granger is surprisingly one of the best at doing the Sky Wheelies. For a Max D driver, pretty rare, but that's because he's driving on a rear engine chassis, which is so unique in that CRD. Max D trucks are normally that front engine, and we'll see how that plays out here. It doesn't do much for him. A good Sky Wheelie, that definitely won't win though. He did everything he could. He just did not nail the technique. He only got to about, I'd say maybe 50 degrees vertical. Not really the best Sky Wheelie he could have gotten. And after Krysten Anderson, coming right after Krysten Anderson, his score might reflect very highly on that. There's your score to beat. Max D's score will put him in fourth place currently, 7.582. Unfortunately for Blake Granger, that is not going to help him as much on the road to the overall event championship. But this man right now, coming up last in Sky Wheelies, if he has a good Sky Wheelie, setting himself up beautifully for an overall event championship. It's Mike Christensen in Vendetta. Your racing winner from tonight is looking to go 2 for 2. And don't count him out. This man is a pretty good Sky Wheelie driver, and here he goes with his Sky Wheelie. Ooh, I don't think that's going to quite be enough. He just kind of rushed into it. It was a good Sky Wheelie, but maybe towards the middle of the pack, so it's really anyone's game right now. I think Gravedigger will have that win, but the fans are going to decide that right now, so don't assume anything. Gonna look at it one more time. It was a good Sky Wheelie, but unfortunately Mike Christensen not getting that angle and that speed that he really needed. The score to beat belonging to Gravedigger. The score for Vendetta is a 7.404, and that would put him in 8th place. Man, that really is going to hurt him on the road to that overall event championship. Take a look at that winning run one more time, belonging to Krysten Anderson and Gravedigger, your Sky Wheelie champion here tonight in Toledo, Ohio. Man, what a run the Huntington Center saw tonight from her. And she is certainly in a good spot for that overall, as right now, she's in first by 3 points. Krysten Anderson and Gravedigger, 14 points. Blake Granger and Max D has 11 in second place. And then we have a 3-way tie for third. All these drivers are still really in it. David Olfert and Velociraptor, Brandon Tulachka, Just Get Her Done 2, Cody Saucier, Monster Energy. They've got 10, only 4 points out. Also hanging in there, Mike Christensen and Vendetta needed a little bit more points than Sky Wheelies, but he's still not out of it. 5 points out, and then in 7th place and 8th place, kind of out of it at this point. Mikayla, Tulachka, and Megalodon, and Tony Oaks in Thunderosaurus. Unfortunately, those two, it's going to take a miracle for either of them to win it tonight. A tough start for the night for Tony Oaks in Thunderosaurus, but he could still make it up as we head into that second half.
experience came to pass in when I know it's you that I didn't and when I grow, it will never last. I see through this darkness, it's all that keeps me blinded. Where are you now? I feel so cold. Now I'm on my own. You know I can't go on like this alone. Can't face my fears. I see through this darkness, it's all that keeps me blinded. Where are you now? I feel so cold. Now I'm on my own. You know I can't go on like this alone. Can't face my fears. I see through this darkness, it's all that keeps me blinded. Where are you now? I feel so cold. Now I'm on my own. You know I can't go on like this alone. Can't face my fears.
Welcome back, Beam Monster Jam fans. It is time for the second half of Monster Jam today, and we have the Skills Challenge up next. This is your stereotypical two-wheel skills challenge in Monster Jam arenas. 2 attempts at two-wheel skills. Creativity, wow factor, realism all matter, and we will be going in reverse order of how they placed in the final event, in the most recent event, which is why Mike Krysten and Vendetta is walking a moonwalk on us already. He is just going at it. How about that? Mike Krysten and Vendetta, he ain't playing around. He was like, you know what? I won racing. I got last in Sky Wheelies. I need to come out here and get a solid 8 if I want to win this overall. Lining up to the tires. You cannot do Sky Wheelies in this competition. Keep that in mind. So a guy like Mike Krysten has to try some other stuff. He tries to do a popper. Doesn't really execute it at all, unfortunately. That's going to hurt his scores. That's why it's a 6.541. So Mike Krysten's incredible day that started incredible has kind of tapered off a little bit since, but still we're happy to have Vendetta here. We continue our skills challenge with our second competitor here tonight. This is Tony Oaks Thunderoris. And Tony Oaks, man, tough day for Tony here in this Thunderoris machine. He's got to do something big here in skills, and he is off big with a stoppie. Moonwalking it now. He is up on the pond, walking it down the pond, still in those front 2 wheels, no longer, but man, what a good start to his skills challenge run. He does have a 2-wheel skills win here on this channel in Gilbert, Pennsylvania, Show 1. So we'll see how he does here. This is his 3rd event on the channel. Let's see if he can grab skills win number 2. Going for a reverse popper. He just got the kick for it, but didn't do much else. Man, just not a good day for Tony Oaks. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the truck. Maybe mentally he's not right, but that score to beat is beaten by Tony Oaks and Thunderoris with a 7.526, but unfortunately not the run he really wanted to get. Tony Oaks was really good in the skills challenge, but right there, just couldn't quite get it to click. Our third competitor here in skills. She is enjoying her debut here on the channel at the Huntington Center. This is Mikayla Tulachka in Megalodon. Mikayla Tulachka is having a good event so far. She hasn't been in last, which is a good thing. Anytime you're making your debut, you just don't want to finish in last. And right now, she's kind of teetering around there with Tony Oaks below her. But if she has a good run here, she can set herself up firmly for freestyle to not finish in last. She's got to have a pretty good skills run. And again, this is going back to what I said before. You can't do sky wheelies in this competition, and for a new driver, that might be tough. She goes for a reverse popper there, and nothing really came out of that at all. And that's a tough break, but she does have one attempt left. She can turn it all around. She can turn it all around right now with one more move. Going for a stoppie, moonwalking it up the ramp, and that'll do it for Megalodon. Decent run, but will it be enough? Mikayla Tulachka's score, 6.698. That is second place, so that puts her behind Tony Oaks. She's just happy to be here. She's learning as much as she can from these veteran drivers. Still a very young driver, but these drivers around her, they're going to try and help her out, so one day, maybe that overall will be hers. Now this third competitor here, he is hoping that the overall will be his tonight. This is Blake Granger in Max D. He does have a two-wheel skills win on this channel, and he is off and running with a good stoppie, balancing that puppy. This is utter perfection. I mean, this is the perfect stoppie right now. You couldn't be any better. You just couldn't. He has 12,000 pounds balanced on two wheels. I mean, that is so impressive. And in a rear engine Max D, so all the weight is on top. It's just all full. I mean, everything is pointing in the direction of he should not be able to do this. And he's doing it, and he comboed it into a wheelie. And he's going to put it back down into a stoppie, back into a moonwalk. And he's got another wheelie. Are you kidding me? He's going to walk it up the ramp. That was 7 or 8 combos in one move. Blake Granger, he still has one attempt left. He wants that skills challenge win tonight, and I think he's in a good spot so far. But he's got to have another really good move because we've got a lot of competitors left that could very easily top one solid, really good move. He is going off the same ramp again. He gets a little deep there on that moonwalk. Almost overdid it, but didn't quite. He's running over his own hood. He's moonwalking it with a lot of speed. The truck turned into Venom for a split second, and now it's back to normal. A good run for Max D. That is A+. A+ run. But we got to look at that first move again because this was absolutely amazing. Starting it with that stoppie, this super glue to the action replay will show us every angle that we can possibly get on what was the most perfect clean move you could ever have. Just back and forth, rip that nose off. We don't need that anymore. And then this was the moment I thought it was over. I thought he was done right there, but he kept that going. He said, no, I'm still going. We're going to get more combos. And then he went for that second move again and had a super fast moonwalk. Really, really good stuff out of Blake Granger and Max D. Obviously, the main question is that going to be enough as he turned into Venom? Is that going to be enough for him to take the lead? Score to beat, 7.426. It should. I think the question is how high, and a 9.118 is how high. Max D, a very good run. Could have been a little bit higher, but that second move maybe could have done a little bit more there to get that towards the 9.3, 9.4, really a secure win. Right now, not secure, with plenty of competitors left. Blake Granger, though, still in the top spot for now. We'll see how that lasts. Our next competitor coming out from the back, this is Cody Saucier, Monster Energy. In his 8th appearance on the channel, he has won multiple two-wheel skills events. His last one came in the Tacoma Dome. He's won in Charlotte. He has won in East Rutherford and in Tacoma. Is he going for a bicycle here? Not tons of room to do that, but he's trying it anyway. He's going for the bicycle on the sidewalls. Saved it. Nice first move. People really, really underestimate how challenging that is to do. Balancing a monster truck that is fully pulling you to one side and you keep it on those two wheels and then save it. Impressive. It could have been a lot better, for sure, but that is a good start. He's going for one more. Let's see if he can pull it off even better. He's not on the sidewalls there. He flipped it over instead, and Monster Energy is done. Two decent moves. Will they be enough to take the lead? I don't know. Let's look at him again at that super glued to the action replay. Here's the rollover. Tried to save it. If he saved it, might have taken that top spot. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. Give a nice round of applause, too, to our safety officials getting him flipped back over. Max D is the score to beat. Monster Energy scores second place with an 8.251. A good run. I mean, a respectable run. 8.251 is a very good score. It just won't get him a win today. Maybe he'll be able to get that win in freestyle, but right now Monster Energy is really not having a top-tier day that we expected out of a guy like Cody Saucier. Our next competitor here in the Skills Challenge. He is representing the Tulachka name. His sister Mikayla's already competed, now it's his turn. This is Brandon Tulachka. Just get her done too. He's off and running with a stoppie right out of the bat, right out of the gate. The Huntington Center certainly getting a really good showing so far, and he's getting some combo action in there too. Look at him, Brandon Tulachka, moonwalking it up the ramp, all the way down, sets it down. Man, just get her done too, looking for that win. And I will say, while Blake Granger's first hit was absolutely spectacular, the second one left the door open for someone to take a win. While Brandon Tulachka's first move was nowhere near Blake Granger's, if he has that same move again, he might be able to take the lead. He's not lining up for that same move. He's actually going for another stoppie off of the log ramp. That's a bit of a weird spot, and that's going to hurt him. Can't really walk it very far, and unfortunately for him, that is going to likely hurt his scores as Max D sits atop the leaderboard right now. Second place for Brandon Tulachka, but he did not get first because he couldn't quite get that second move down the way he wanted. Our next competitor, he is looking for a really big statement run here after a bit of a disappointing start to his day. This is David Olfert in Velociraptor. David Olfert, known for trying different two-wheel skills moves. He'll do a bicycle, he'll do a stoppie, he'll do a reverse popper. This man can do it all. Let's see what he brings out today. Going for the stoppie. Very commonly used move, so that's going to hurt him a little bit in terms of creativity, but he's got to do it well, and he doesn't. He just almost lost it, had to gas it out, and unfortunately, that's one attempt already for Velociraptor. We'll see if he can really nail it in attempt number 2. He is going for a bicycle. Something he's very good at. He's walking it, balancing it, setting it down. A good second attempt there for Velociraptor, but man, just not the best of nights for David Olfert. He is doing everything he can, but just not really executing it well. Max D still atop the leaderboard right now. Velociraptor will take second place, though, at an 8.895. That's a little generous, but still atop that leaderboard. Max D, Blake Granger, I think that's very, very suiting at the moment. Our next competitor, you see and hear the sounds. You know what truck is coming up next. It's Krysten Anerson in Gravedigger. Krysten Anerson, the winner of the Sky Wheelie competition. Now she is coming out last here in skills. Going for a reverse popper, maybe getting a tombstone, but she overdoes it. Unfortunately, she was going for that tombstone where you hold it on the back, but she had too much momentum. Gravedigger is turtled right now on its roof after only doing one attempt. which is really going to hand the win to Max D because that wasn't even close to being able to get a good move, let alone two. So we'll get her flipped over and ready for Monster Jam Freestyle. But Max D's the score to beat. We'll see what Gravedigger's score is. It's a 5.410, 8th place. That shakes up the overall completely. She was 3 points ahead of everyone else, and now she's going to fall a little bit behind. Freestyle is going to determine it all, but your winner in the Skills Challenge is Blake Ranger and Max D with this phenomenal Skills Challenge run. I mean, I said it at the time, that was the perfect run. That was a textbook run to win, and it won. He needed someone to go out there and put down one of the best runs ever, and they didn't do it. They didn't even come close, and he's your winner tonight. And that's going to help him. He now might be in an even better spot for that overall. We'll find out in a moment when we review the standings after we look at this incredible run again. Blake Ranger getting that, making it his second two-wheel skills victory on this channel. A solid, solid run, and I mean, it had everything you could want. It had the speed, it had the precision, it had the balance, it had the combos. Wow, just what a good run. And Venom. Every time I watch that run, it just gets better and better. And there are the overall event standings right now. Krysten Anerson has dropped all the way down to 5th. She was in 1st entering skills. She's now in 5th after that lackluster two-wheel skills run. This is where the points are right now. Blake Ranger 2 points ahead of the rest of the pack. He's in a really good spot, entering Monster Jam Freestyle with 19. David Olford and Velociraptor hanging around with second place finishers in Sky Wheelies and two-wheel. He's not had the best day, but he might be able to win the overall tonight. And Brandon Tulachka, look at him. He hasn't gotten more than 6 points, but it's really anybody's game, and he's in 3rd. Monster Energy Cody Saucier, 5 points in each competition. He's still in it in 4th, tied with Krysten Anderson. Mike Christensen and Vendetta with 11 points. He is mathematically eliminated, as well as Mikayla, Tulachka, and Megalodon, and Tony Oaks in Thunderoras, which is the perfect time to mention that he is starting off Monster Jam Freestyle. You need 15 seconds to qualify. You need to use all the obstacles. You need to be creative. You've also got to get some technical moves in there because these fans, they want to see some good stuff. And Tony Oaks launching it right off the bat, starting his 75-second Monster Jam Freestyle. And this is going to be a frustration run for Tony Oaks. He's had a bad day. No one's hiding that. It has been a really tough day for him. If he can lay down a burner for 75 seconds, maybe even win Freestyle tonight, then it'll make up for the really rough day. And I'll tell you, he's off to a good start. He is getting some hang time. I've seen my fair share of arena runs in my day, and this is already one of the best. I mean, the air is incredible. Tony Oaks has won a freestyle before, too. Gilbert, Pennsylvania show 2. He was able to win one, so right now he's looking for number 2, and this one's going to mean a lot more because he's had such a bad day. A freestyle win would just make it all go away. That pain will just subside, and he's having a good run. A bounce onto the front 2 wheels, but he's been shut off by our safety officials, and unfortunately he will roll over with 18 seconds left on the clock. His first time driving Thunderoras here. Toledo has not been kind to Tony Oaks. He had a really good run, though. I mean, that was really good, but filling the clock, man, that just would have solidified a good freestyle for him. Still, though, he ended with a wow moment. That was a cool move. I don't know if it's going to win him freestyle. We'll see what the score ends up being for Tony Oaks as he gets flipped over. That truck ending in a heap after just a rough night. It's a 7.430 for Tony Oaks. Man, what a tough day. That score even a little bit lower than I thought. Maybe I was thinking maybe a low 8, but not filling the clock. That's always so important in terms of getting a high score. And Tony Oaks will head it to the back, giving a wave to the fans one more time. We'll see him in the next show. But unfortunately, not a great debut for him in Thunderoras. Our second competitor here in Monster Jam Freestyle making her debut on the channel. This is Mikayla Tulachka in Megalodon. She's had a pretty decent event so far and is hoping that she can take herself to the next level with a freestyle win in that first event. She and her brother have done a pretty good job tonight. Both the children of Mitch Tulachka, Monster Jam driver. Nice sky wheelie there. Tony Oaks had such big air, though, and that's going to remain in the minds of these judges as we go forward. I mean, the air that he got was so good. So was that, but, I mean, Tony Oaks was absolutely flying. Those logs giving her a nice little boost to the other side. This pod doesn't have a backflip, so you've really got to show off your air, your precision, and your technical moves. And my, that big air right there will help out her scores. And almost the same thing that happened to Tony Oaks happened to her, but she didn't flip over. The problem for Tony was he was too close to the wall, but that one might send her too close to the wall. The fish, whoa, it bounced itself in wheelie time. Are you kidding me? And into a stoppie. Whoa! Where did this come from Mikayla Tulachka? She just took water and turned it into wine. 10 seconds to go. I mean, that one move is going to define the run. Doesn't matter what happens to the rest. Her time is up. We'll count one more move. It's a nosedive. And Megalodon is done. I mean, that was awesome. I could not say any better things. Maybe a more complete, full momentum run, but that one move, I mean, that solidified everything for me. Put her at the top. The big sky wheelie, I mean, this one move, though, that we'll see in a second, right there, sending her towards the wall, but it didn't matter. A good little save there, and then obviously, we have the one highlight of this entire run that is right here. Hit the logs. It sent her at a really weird angle. I thought she was headed straight to the wall. The bounce saved her, put her into a wheelie, said, oh, I'm going to turn this into something spectacular. And my, oh my, voila, the magician has done it. What a move for Megalodon, and that right there should solidify her in the top spot. Filled the clock, had a much better wow moment. The score to beat's the 7.430 from Thunder Roars. Your score for Megalodon is first place, 8.856. And I said, man, the cherry on top of this debut, that wasn't the greatest, would be a freestyle win. And I'll tell you, Mikayla Tulachka, she might just get it. We'll see how freestyle goes. This next man, though, he's already won a competition today. What's another? It's Mike Krysten. Vendetta, he is off right out of the gate with some big air. Didn't play around. No parade lap. I'm going for it. Such a beautiful Monster Jam truck. I love this Vendetta truck. And man, Mike Krysten just throwing it around tonight. He won racing, which was a bit of a shock for a lot of people. Nice air. Nice air again. He is using all those obstacles. Another weird bounce, but he saves it. We've had all three drivers here in freestyle have one just kind of awkward bounce, but that they've been able to turn into something interesting. Tony Oaks, though, flipped over from it. Nice air again. Little whip in the air, too. 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Getting himself a nice donut. He's going to finish it off with a spin cycle right as the clock expires. Vendetta, a good run. No real wow moments in there to take the lead, I think, but we'll see what happens. Vendetta ripping it regardless. He's already won tonight. He doesn't need to win two. But he does want to be in a good spot because the overall still is within reach for him. And Mikayla Tulachka's score is certainly going to add a bit of a ripple to the waters for that overall event championship. That's going to separate some people from points. And obviously this beautiful donut from Vendetta trying to solidify a top run, trying to get that overall event championship. Will it be enough? The score to beat from Megalodon, an 8.856. The score for Vendetta, 8.591. That is second place currently. So he's not going to take home a freestyle win, but those points might end up stockpiling a little bit there for him with a solid score. Our fourth competitor, Monster Jam Freestyle, he is hoping for a bit of a step up for him. He's gotten 5 points in each competition. He's finished with decent runs, but right here, freestyle, this is where Cody Saucier likes to let it all air out. We'll see what he can do. This is Cody Saucier in Monster Energy. Our last look at this red and white Monster Energy, a little bit in the Christmas spirit here with this truck. Launching it with some nice air. His 75 seconds are on the clock, a little over a minute. Cody Saucier is not going to do anything wild. He likes to do moves like that, popping it into a stoppie. That is perfect, right on cue for Cody Saucier. Whoa! Huge air! Where did that come from? He doesn't like to do that very often, but man, he came out here and he's slinging it. Still slinging it. Huge air. Man, oh man. He has had a couple freestyle wins before, and he wants to add another to the ledger. My goodness. He spent most of his time in arenas, so this pod, he's no stranger to it. He knows everything he needs to hit. Oh my! Barrel roll as the wheel comes off. He buries it right behind Megalodon. I mean, it wasn't a full run, but what there was of it was utterly delicious. I mean, that was great. Talk about setting himself up for a win if he can do it. The big air and obviously that wow moment that we'll see in just a second on this super glued to the action replay. There it is. Flying, the hard hit, the wheel said sayonara, and the truck doing a nice barrel roll there. Man, oh man. This crew chief is going to have a lot of work to get that thing on the trailer, but will it be with a new leader in freestyle? The score is enough, an 8.875. The wow moment sealed the deal in Monster Energy. With a chance at an overall, he's taken the lead in freestyle. Our next competitor is going to have to fight from all the way back. I mean, she was in first place entering two-wheel skills, but now she's all the way in 5th. But she still has a chance of winning the overall. It is Krysten Anerson in Gravedigger. However, she's probably going to need to win freestyle in order to do that. Let's see what she starts off this potential winning run with. And again, this is another driver that not having a backflip will impact her. She's got to really do everything she can, and there she goes. She started that hunt. She's already lost the nose. The body's a little bit loose after that rollover. They've had to do a lot of work on this truck. She had a couple things wrong after the skywheelie competition and then flipping it over in two-wheel. But they've got this truck hopefully in tip-top shape for freestyle because she's going to try and tear this thing up. I mean, she wants to win freestyle. She wants to win the overall. And at the very least, she wants to look good to these fans here in Toledo, Ohio. And she is off to a good start. A good start to her run. And a nice lead there. That was some big air. Big air again. Gravedigger is sending it right now. 30 seconds left. Time to turn it up 1 or 2 more notches. She's flooring it, sending it across in a weird angle. Oh yeah, that was a smooth move. Man, that is just a constant barrage of big air. 10 seconds left. Maybe one more move if she's lucky, 2. But she's going all out there with a big sky wheelie. Oh, who needs 2? You can get it into a moonwalk to stop and turning it around in time to get one more move that the fans might appreciate. And they also might evaluate that for their scores. That was a good run, complete run. She didn't have a real wow moment, though. You've got to remember, Mikayla Tulachka had that superb wow moment right there in her run. Krysten Anerson, though, that was a textbook A+ freestyle. Didn't need a wow moment because that was overall just the complete freestyle. The big air on every single hit, the momentum, the speed, the sky wheelies. That was a very good run. And she even ended it with a little bit of a stoppy moonwalk combo. It was smooth. It was smooth. But was it the new leader? We'll have to find out. Your score to beat belonging to Monster Energy is Cody Saucier after that great run. Will this be enough? The score for Gravedigger is 8.894, your new leader, and she is thrilled about it by the skin of her teeth. She has taken the top spot, and I think you've really got to keep in mind that she had a full run. She filled the clock that Cody Saucier didn't, and that really played a role there, but it's not over yet. Krysten Anerson hasn't won. There's still a couple competitors left, including this man, David Olfert and Velociraptor. The man out of Shaw, Oregon is in a good spot. He's only 2 points out of the top spot in the overall event championship standings. We'll see if this freestyle will be good enough. He loves to do really good freestyles, but oh no! He was shut off. He was shut off for some reason on this first attempt. He's not going to get a score. He's not going to win the overall, and he's not going to walk out of here happy. David Olfert is going to be infuriated about that call. And I would be. That was a brutal, brutal call right there to shut him off. And I've got to say, I am incredibly in disapproval of that. He could have saved it. He would have saved it. And obviously, he's not going to get a score for that run. David Olfert and Velociraptor, a great day ends in absolute terrible fashion. And he is going to pull off, frustrated as can be, with the way that it ends. Following that tough break, we will head into our next competitor here in freestyle. This is Brandon Tulachka, just get her done too. And man, Brandon Tulachka, after David Olfert's poor finish here in freestyle, he's got a chance to win the overall event championship. And why not start it with a little bit of a moonwalk? I mean, that's the best you can do. Comboing it? The Tulachka siblings are the combo king and queen tonight. Nice air. Oh, and again! Look at him! Another moonwalk. He just took that out of nowhere. More big air. Brandon Tulachka. He knows that he probably has to win freestyle if he wants to win the overall, and I'll tell you right now, he's in a pretty good spot to do both, because big air like that, the stoppies, he is looking real good. This could be the clincher. Wow! At the very least, he might win freestyle with this run. Krysten Anderson's got to be a little nervous because Brandon Tulachka, I mean, where did you come from? This is incredible. In his first event, he is just flying. And he's saving it too from flipping over almost every single time. He's got one move left. He does it. Maybe he'll combo it into something. He will not. He will stop the time right there. Maybe going for one more move for the fans. Gonna plop it right on top of the pod. That was great. That was really great. I couldn't say anything better about that run other than that probably will be your new leader, but it's up to the fans. It's up to the fans and what their scores are. Look at that. He was in the air on that moonwalk. I mean, come on. He did everything he possibly could. That was the full offensive for Brandon Tulachka to try and not only win freestyle, but to do everything he can to win that overall. He knew he needed to win freestyle. That was the best shot he had at winning the overall, and right now, he might. He just might. We'll see what the score ends up being. Your score to beat still belonging to Gravedigger, Krysten Anderson, 8.893. The score is enough! 8.921. Brandon Tulachka has taken the lead with one competitor left. And that one competitor, wait a minute. Oh, I'm just getting horrible word. Blake Granger in Max D was unable to fire, which means that Max D was unable to freestyle. Wow, that might completely change the overall event championship. It's going to change the overall event championship. Your freestyle winner, Brandon Tulachka, just get her done too. How about that? A round of applause for him. 2 drivers in their first events on the channel have taken wins. Mike Krysten and Vendetta in racing, Brandon Tulachka in freestyle, and with that, Brandon Tulachka is your overall event championship in his first ever competition. Oh, baby. What a night here at the Huntington Center, Toledo, Ohio. Spectacular event. Just get her done too, winning it with 24 points. Krysten Anerson climbed all the way back to second. She was so close, but Brandon Tulachka ended that. She got 22. Cody Saucier with 21. Blake Granger, the heartbreak of 19, will finish in 4th. David Olford Velociraptor in 5th. Mike Krysten and Vendetta in 6th. Mikayla Tulachka Megalodon in 7th. And Tony Oaks in Thunder Roars in 8th. What a wild event tonight. Thank you so much for watching. It was a blast. I am Who's Ready for Monster Jam. It was a pleasure, and we will see you in the next Monster Jam.